Hello Aquarius, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Aquarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Okay. Now this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Aquarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And 10 of Swords. Interesting. Yeah, it feels, right away, it feels to me like there is going to be a shifting of focus, a change of energy. Yeah, I think, Lover's card, I think we're going to be choosing something different. Yeah. With all of this, I feel like there's some negativity around you right now. And, oh yeah, look at that. On the path of the serpent, it's all positive energy. I feel like what we're doing is choosing to get away from the negative and start living a positive, happy life, right? There's some negative forces around you right now. We got to get rid of those. Let's do our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're going to use the Smith-Waite Tarot. One card, we'll put the alien on top. We'll set them over there. We won't look at that card until the very end, okay? And hopefully that card will tie everything together and we'll see how it might give us the confirmation that we need, okay? So, let's look at these energies now. We've got water, water, water. We've got air, earth, major, major, major. We have good major energy. This is a nice trifecta of major arcana energy. We've got some water and fire in the middle. But with the majors here, if we make the right choices, then we can take our life to a really amazing future, right? So this really is, we've got to choose to get away from this negativity. And we've got these negative energies here. The water energy, these cups are pretty negative. But the 10 of Swords, I think that's some good energy. Let's take a look at this first. The 10 of Swords, we're getting away from this. This is us getting out of this negative situation, right? We're breaking free of it. It could be that we've come to a sudden realization about something. I think we're starting to shift our energy. We're paying attention to something now. We're seeing that we've been surrounded, or that we've been kind of resting. It's kind of like, look at this water energy. It's kind of cradling us, right? This is like a little horseshoe shape. It's kind of cradling us here in this water, which maybe feels comfortable. Maybe it's familiar. Maybe we've been there for a while and it's just kind of what we're used to. The 10 of Swords says no more. Now we're seeing things differently. Now we're paying attention, right? And I like that we have this Knight of Discs, Pentacles at the top, because what we're doing is we're kind of climbing up this ladder. It's taking us out of this water energy. We're climbing up this ladder here, and it's taking us to the very top of this mountain peak, where we can now see out into the distance. Now we're starting to be able to see a future. We're seeing the potential for positive outcomes, for positive growth, for love, for abundance. What we see right here, we see love. We see boundaries, we see will, we see knowing ourselves, we see health and well-being and wholeness. And we see a very balanced life, a very magical, mystical, very special life coming for us down the line. We have to get out of this. We have to climb this ladder out of this water, whatever this is, whatever kind of toxic environment this is. It feels like it could be negative emotional states. It could be a situation even at work or at home, with our family, with a romantic partner, some kind of negativity around us. And let's not spend another moment here. Let's climb this ladder and get out, okay? Because you have to get to the top of the hill in order to see what's really out there for you, right? This is you kind of like wiping your eyes and being able to see what's there, right? What is out here in the distance? What does the future look like for you? We're using our eyes now. We're really starting to see, like, wow. It's kind of that's a magical, mystical, majestic kind of experience all by itself. Getting to the top of this hill and looking out and thinking, oh my gosh, I didn't know that all of this was here, you know, because we've been down in this water for however long. But we're climbing out now. We're changing our perception. We're paying attention, right? Pay attention as we climb these rungs. Major shifts are taking place right now. And this is all because of this lover's energy. This could be, it could be connecting with someone that really inspired. You could have fallen really in love with someone or something. Maybe just you've fallen in love with God, goddess, deity, spirit, guardian angels, right? We found something that we can connect with. We found something to fall in love with. Maybe it's a career. Maybe you're playing music again. Maybe you're starting to write again. We've got the connection with the air energy here. Maybe it is something expressive. Maybe it is something involving sharing of information, communicating, right? Expressing yourself in words, in pictures, in sounds. But you found something to connect with. You've fallen in love with something. It could be a romantic relationship. It could be. Maybe this is finally on Dove and Serpent. We've got one romance reading. We've got the Two of Cups over here in the position of your environment. This could be the other person here. Maybe we fell in love with someone. And that's we're going to climb this ladder out here. We're going to see the potential for the future. We're going to see, wow, there really is so much more that I could have in my life, that I can experience, so much more I want to have, to create. You got to get out of this stuff. Get over here. Get to that Two of Cups. We want to fall. We want to be in love. We want love. We want connection all around us. We don't want this murky, swampy water that we've got. We want love. Whether that's with a person, whether that's you falling in love with life again. It could be something general. It could be a very specific thing or a person or an activity. But what are we getting away from? What is the energy shifting from? Well, in the recent past, we've got the Eight of Cups. I feel like this is some emotional manipulation going on. I feel like someone or something, maybe a job, maybe yourself, maybe you're doing this to yourself. But it's some situation that is pushing and pulling on your emotions, right? If you're feeling one way, something pushes and no, you should feel the other way. It's just a lot of almost gaslighting going on. You know, I feel like there's a lot of ups and downs, a lot of fluctuation. It's a lot of emotional energy being thrown at you to try to convince you that this is a positive thing. You know what I mean? I think there's a word for that. I think there's a term for that kind of thing. It's like you just keep dumping more quarters into the machine, thinking that you're going to get further in the game, but you're just wasting your money. You know. So it's just, I feel like there's just more stuff around us, more emotions, more. It's almost like if you're feeling terrible or somebody offends you in some way or treats you poorly, and then to make it up for you, they say, hey, let's go get ice cream. You know what I mean? It doesn't really change the behavior, it doesn't change the reality, but gives you something fun to do. You know what I mean? I hope that metaphor works. Maybe that's a simile. Anyway, the point is that we're not addressing the actual issue. It's just a lot of back and forth, up and down and all around. It's not really, we're not making any progress. We're not solving anything, right? If anything, we're sinking further into this toxic water. And this is that situation. This could be a work thing. It could be a relationship. It could be a family. It could just be our own life right now. Doesn't matter what it is. What matters is we're climbing out of it. Yeah. That's what matters. Because the Seven of Cups is kind of like, that's, you're feeling bad, well, you go get some ice cream. Somebody offends you or wrongs you or treats you poorly, well, let's just go shopping. It's not a solution. If anything, it's making it worse rather than better. So the Seven of Cups sometimes represents all of those different things that we use to feel better, right? If I'm feeling kind of depressed, well, I'll just go and buy something or have some ice cream. That's what I do. But it's all sorts of different things, that feel good temporarily, but it's just a Band-Aid kind of. It's not actually healing anything. We're not getting to the root of the problem. We're just masking it for now, For me, that used to be alcohol, too, to be honest with you. Have a bad day, work was stressful, just drink. You feel better temporarily. But it doesn't make it worse. If anything, we're digging a deeper hole. If anything, we're sinking deeper in this quicksand here rather than climbing out. So we have to try to do things that are going to help us climb out. Maybe ice cream, maybe drinking alcohol, maybe going shopping doesn't really help us climb this ladder now, I don't think. Maybe not. So what does? What is the love in your life? What is it that you can find, that you can fall in love with to help you make the right choices? Now, the Lover's energy is all about choice. That's what the card represents, choice. We're choosing to do those things that are helping us climb the ladder rather than choosing to do those other things that just keep us sinking. It's a choice. And when we're choosing to do love, climb the ladder to get more love, right? To really experience connection, really experience a zest and a love for life, we are rejecting those other things. So the Lover's card, yeah, it's, you're if you choose one, let's say you have, different potential partners or whatever. You're choosing one, which means that you didn't choose the other ones. Right? At least in theory, I don't know. So it's about that choice, but it's also about the things that we are not choosing. Let's not choose this water energy anymore. Let's choose real connection, real love of ourselves first and foremost, and of whatever we can do for ourselves to get up this ladder, to climb, to wake up, to pay attention, to embrace the moment of this opportunity that we have to shift things out. Let's climb up there and get that perspective. Now, the Five of Cups over here, this is saying that it's not going to be easy. It's not a simple, steady process. There needs to be movement. You're going to feel bad. You're going to feel good. It's going to be a fluctuating emotion. Our bodies, our minds, our parts of our soul are going to miss those other things that we're saying no to, right? There's going to be that spiritual withdrawal, maybe physical, maybe psychological withdrawal. We're going to miss that, and it's going to be difficult, but we're making the right choice. We know that this discomfort is temporary. Okay? It's temporary. Because exactly where it leads is the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is the purest love that we could experience with something that, that is seemingly outside of ourselves. This is falling in love with a person, falling in love with an activity, with a passion, with creativity, with whatever it is. This is what we're choosing. This is us choosing to be in love with something, not choosing these things. And knowing that the discomfort we feel when we reject this stuff and we climb this ladder, there's going to be some discomfort. There's going to be some discomfort as we're climbing. But once we get out of there, then it's like fresh air. Then it's like we've gotten past all the smog. Now we can breathe easy. We're free of it, we feel. Now, we're never completely free of anything. There's still the tendency there. But for now, let's enjoy this, at least relative freedom. Let's breathe a deep breath of relief. And then let's move forward. Let's get to this love energy. We've got the Chariot next. The Chariot down here is saying, look, now you've been through the fire. We've been through this ringer. We know what it's like. We're fortified now. We're strong. And now we are, we're pretty vigilant now to defend our new way, right? Our new life, our new lifestyle. Now we are major proponents of this. This is someone who, let's say, is in addiction recovery, right? They're in one of these programs like Alcoholics Anonymous or whatever, something like that. And now they're all about it. And now they're fortified by that, right? They're sticking to the program, let's say. It's a tradition, and if you stick to it, if you follow it, if you do the steps, it's going to work for you, right? At least for now, let's be okay with that. The charioteer needs the chariot, needs the armor. Yeah. You've got to have something, and maybe we disagree with it philosophically, or even ethically, or we feel that it somehow weakens us to have to rely on a system or a network or other people or anything, right? We should just be strong enough to make the choice and move on with our life. And I'm not saying this is an addiction situation or a recovery situation. Even getting out of a bad relationship, a bad family environment, you need a support system. You need other people around you. Because you're not the first or last person that's going to go through something like this. So it's okay to rely on this tradition of support and rallying around you, allowing the system to work for you, right? It'll work if you work it, right? If you take advantage of the resources that are there, your support system, your friends, your family, whatever is available to you, go to HR, whatever it might be. That's the chariot. That is knowing how to make progress in the most effective way. Now, the charioteer is not out in the battlefield just literally naked, right? I hope not. You need your armor. You need your chariot. You need your horses. That's how you make progress. That's how you do it. Right. So the next card then we have, obviously, the 2 and 3. These are very spiritual cards. Spiritual fire, spiritual water. And this spiritual water is real love, real connection. You're finding your bliss. You're falling in love with everything. With literally just with breathing fresh air, And I think this is a fantastic experience. This is you literally being outside and everything feels new. Everything feels like you're falling in love with it. You look at the trees and you're in love. This is the real beauty and freedom of it. This is amazing. And then we've got, of course, the Three of Wands. Now, the Three of Wands is kind of what we were just talking about. This is you realizing that you have to rely on yourself, that no one's going to do this for you. We could take it, we can still be chariot, right? We can still embrace the system, use the resources around us, accept help, accept the system and the network. But ultimately, it all does come down to you and the discipline that you have with yourself. No one can force you to do anything. No one can force you to leave that bad job or to get out of that unhealthy relationship or to put down the alcohol, No one can force you to do that. So it's about knowing ourselves, knowing what we're capable of, accepting ourselves. I'm starting to get a little emotional. knowing ourselves to be a powerful spiritual being, taking responsibility for ourselves. Yeah. Taking responsibility. Now, I really like this next card, and this is the Art or Temperance card. This is someone who has been through all of this. Look at all of this stuff. Has been through all of this, and all of this stuff, these were just ingredients in our soup. All this stuff is just the herbs and spices going into this really beautiful stew that you're making. Because the Art or Temperance card is the mixture. It is the final result. We are all just an aggregate, an accumulation of all of our choices, all of our experiences. As we're just a big stew pot, each and every one of us. And so this is you now accepting every part of yourself, accepting your past, your present, really accepting your future, because I think your future is going to be looking a lot brighter now. Now that we've done all of this, you're accepting all of the stuff, because everything is just a little herb, a little spice, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And that all builds flavor over time, right? So you're embracing who you are, right? You're not apologizing for who you are. And this is now the beginning of the work. This is when you get to this point, now you can really go out there and start building your life. And this is when your future really begins. And this is where the real hard work starts, right? Because now you have this tremendous power. You've realized your tremendous power. Now you've got to find something to go out and do with it. Go build your life. Go create your future. Go manifest the kind of success and abundance that you want. Let's look at the mystery card now. I wonder if this is going to give us a clue as to what some of this abundance, what some of this future is going to be. Thank you, Alien, for your assistance. We are still trying to find a name for the alien. I kind of am leaning toward Mork Simon Ripley. But we'll keep the names coming in, and if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. But as far as this mystery card goes, I think it's really a variable. It's an unknown. And I don't want to even guess. I want to just see kind of what you're doing after that Art or Temperance card. What do we have? Well, we have strength. We have strength. Strength or lust as well. I think that this is a couple things. This is your self-control and your discipline now. Now I think you're becoming a person who is very strong, very disciplined, very in control. You might have this very kind of structured and very disciplined life. You know, you want to wake up at a certain time. You're going to go to the gym. You're going to go to work. You're going to do your creative work. You're going to, whatever it is. I feel like it's a very structured life. It's very, very disciplined. But I also feel like this is perhaps the work that you want to do. You want to teach other people how to establish this kind of discipline. Now, I don't really think that you're going to go into like recovery counseling or something, but I almost feel like you're in some way going to be teaching discipline. Maybe you're into sports or martial arts or something, and you want to help other people get into that, right? Not necessarily directly related with this water energy or overcoming this water energy, but something that's going to teach discipline. Maybe just a teacher. Maybe just a coach for a sport. Something that is instilling these principles in other people, not necessarily taking them out of their bad situation or related to that kind of a situation, but teaching those fundamental skills. You know what I mean? Something like that. Because this is a very strong but very creative card. This is an energy that really has tremendous power, but knows how to use it properly. right? It's like you have this just powerful force that you are, but you know how to be graceful. You know how to be gentle. You know how to apply that force for the appropriate outcome. And I think that's kind of what you're looking to do with your life, is to either express that or to teach that to others, perhaps. Very cool. Very cool. We are going to do, excuse me, an extended. If you would like to stick around, just click up there. That'll give you access to all of the extended readings, not just for Aquarius, but for all signs. Okay. I encourage you to cross-watch. Check your other placements. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And thank you for taking this journey with me. Thank you for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.